pouring coffee, name tag crooked on your chest. I was killing time there, breaking in a brand new vest. You laughed at my old boots, said they'd seen some miles in dust. I said, yeah, just like my heart, till it ran into your trust. Two hands on the same heart, two names on the same prayer. Every road that felt too dark led me right to you right there. If forever has a front porch, this is where it starts. Rocking slow in the same swing, two hands on the same heart.
You still burn my pancakes, you still kiss my forehead first. You remember every detail, from my best day to my worst. You hold me when I'm quiet, like you're reading every thought. You say, girl, you're still the treasure. I can't believe I caught.
We've had slammed doors, tear-stained floors, said words we wish we could take back, but your truck always finds its way to my side of this old cul-de-sac. 'Cause love ain't just the fireworks, it's a staying when it hurts. Two hands on the same heart, two names on the same prayer. Every road that felt too dark led me right to you right there. If forever has a front porch, this is where it starts. Rocking slow in the same swing, two hands on the same heart.
Lay your head here, darling.
Turn the TV low.
If this is all we ever get, then this is all I'll ever wanna know.
Two hands on the same heart, beating easy, beating slow. You were barefoot on the tailgate, July dust on your jeans, that old red cooler between us, static on the screen door breeze. You laughed at every bad joke, drew hearts in the fogged up glass. Said, promise me you'll remember every small thing that we had. These back road Polaroids faded, but they still shine. Every scratch on my heart spells your name in crooked lines. From the first slow dance to the last porch light goodnight, love. You're my favorite song, playing soft through all my life. We burned midnight at the diner, sharing one slice. Two forks, you stole fries from my plate, stole my breath on the front porch. Years turned rings into stories, wrinkles into inside jokes. You still steal all my covers, you still feel like coming home. If the years ever take my memory and the past starts slipping away, keep talking about that old truck, that cornfield. I'll find you again in the haze, 'cause some pictures live deeper than vision. They're stitched in the soul. and the past starts slipping away. Keep talking about that old truck, that cornfield. I'll find you again in the haze. 'Cause some pictures live deeper in vision. They're stitched in the soul to stay. You were barefoot on the tailgate, July dust on your knees. You laughed so hard that you spilled your drink, said, boy, don't you ever leave. Radio soft in the background, fireflies tracing your name. I memorized that 60-watt smile, knew nothing would be the same. Back when your hand was mine, every road felt like forever. We were young, we were wild, out of time, but we swore we'd stay together. I still taste cherry lip gloss and cheap red wine in every sunset sky. Back when your hand was mine, I believe love never dies. That old truck had a torn seat where you'd slide over close, your head on my shoulder at the red light, whispering secrets like oaths. We carved our hearts in a pine tree by the river off Highway 3. Said if the bar grew over our names, we'd still be you and me. Years are on like a freight train, town gets small in the rearview mirror. I've held others, tried to move on, but it's your voice I still hear. If I could drive back to that dirt road where the stars crowned you my bride, I'd trade every mile I've wandered for one more slow dance by your side. Back when your hand was mine, every road felt like forever. We were young, we were wild, out of time, but we swore we'd stay together. I still taste cherry lip gloss and cheap red wine in every sunset sky. Back when your hand was mine. You were pouring sweet tea in your mama's kitchen, bare feet, Sunday dress, hair half pinned. You laughed when I spilled on my brand new shirt, said, boy, that stain might never mend. I said, darling, I'm a little rough around the edges. You said good, 'cause so am I. Right then, over linoleum and leftovers, I saw my whole life in your eyes. This is the greatest kind of love, nothing fancy, just the two of us. Coffee cups, truck doors, dawn through the blinds. Your hand That's the greatest kind of love. We've had rings off, doors slammed, long drives in silence, paychecks short and tempers long. But you still dance with me in that small blue kitchen to a radio playing some old song. You're folding my shirts while the kids start fighting. I kiss the back of your neck. You roll your eyes, but you lean in closer. Say we ain't perfect, but we're blessed. It's never late night, I'm still here. Every wrinkle that we've earned, in the way you hold my face when the world starts to turn. If I could write it in the sky above, I'd spell your name beside the word enough. It's in every late night I'm still here. Every wrinkle that we've earned, in the way you hold my face when the world starts to turn. If I could write it in the sky above, I'd spell your name beside the word enough. It's the greatest kind of love. Coffee cup cooling on the counter, Sunday sun sneaking through the blinds, that old dog snoring on the sofa, your hair a mess, your hand in mine. This is the greatest kind of love. Not fireworks, just steady stars above. Every little day that we grow through, simple as a porch light shining back to you. This is the greatest kind of love. The small forever we keep dreaming of. Grocery list scribbled on a napkin, kids you scattered by the door. We dance quiet in the kitchen, bare feet on a dusty wooden floor. One day we'll be silver and shaky, frames on the wall, stories on repeat. I'll still reach across that old blanket, find your fingers, feel my heart skip a beat. This is the greatest kind of love. Sunday dress, bare feet in the cool cut grass, fireflies caught in your coffee cup, laughing so hard you couldn't drink it fast. You said, boy, you really ain't my type, but you stayed till the stars ran dry. Truck door open, that old seat torn, we watched the morning paint the sky. If this ain't love, then the word don't matter. If this ain't home, I don't wanna find another. From the first shy smile to the last good night, my whole life changed in the porch light in your eyes. We burned toast in a two-room place, paid rent late, but we carved our names in a heart on the back of a grocery list, hung it on the fridge with a magnet faith. Storms came hard, slammed every door. You packed a bag once, dropped it on the floor, said, tell me why we even try like this. I pulled you close and answered with a kiss. If this ain't love, then the word don't matter. If this ain't home, I don't wanna find another. From the first shy smile to the last good night, my whole life changed in the porch light in your eyes. One day I'll be a little more gray, hands that shake when I tie my boots, but I'll still trace that tiny scar on your chin from the time that you slipped at the creek in June. If this ain't love, if this ain't on, met you down in Miller's farm stand, sunburned nose and a jar in your hand. You said you want the last sweet tea. Right there I fell forever in front of me. You're the greatest love I ever knew. My first, my last, my always you. From that gravel road to this front porch view, every winding mile just led me to the greatest love I ever knew. Dance slow on a dirt floor June night, bare feet, fireflies, cheap string lights. You laughed, said, boy, don't you dare let go. So I held on then, still holding you close. We got pain You walked in late in that Sunday dress, laughing at something your sister said. Coffee in your hand, hair a little mess. You looked at me and my whole world left my head. This is the greatest slow dance of my life, turning in a small town kitchen light. Bare feet on the linoleum, holding you tight. If this is all I ever get, it's more than right. You are the most beautiful part of my time, my forever, my favorite line. This love story takes its time, page by page, but every little chapter's better with age. We burned the roast just sitting there talking, your hand in mine, know where we're walking. You traced your name in the dust on the fridge, said promise me always with that shy little grin. Years from now when the radio's fading and the porch lights low but our hands still aching from holding on through the hard and the sweet, I'll still be here counting every heartbeat. This is the greatest slow dance of my life, turning in a small town kitchen light. Bare feet on the linoleum, holding you tight. If this is all I ever get, it's more than right. You walked in, boots dusted from the back road, hair pulled up, one curl falling down. I was nursing that same old heartbreak. You sat right next to me anyhow. You laughed low, said, honey, you look lonely. I said, yeah, but I ain't done yet. You stole a fry off my plate like you owned it, turned a stranger into something I won't forget. If this ain't love, it'll do till love comes around. If this ain't forever, I don't want it to end now. From your hand in mine to your head on my chest, I've had good days, bad days, but you're my best. If this ain't love, and I don't need the rest. We got hitched in a dress your mama hemmed up, tin cans rang on the bumper of my but a small town promise. Two hearts, one key, one rusted up luck. Years go by and the mirror keeps talking. The silver in your hair, lines around my eyes, but you still steal fries and my last clean flannel. And I still get weak when you smile, that smile. If this ain't love, it'll do till love comes around. If this ain't forever, I don't want it to end now. From your hand in mine to your head on my chest. I've had good days, bad days, but you're my best. If this ain't love. Met you on a Sunday, hair in a mess and laughing, coffee on your t-shirt. You said, guess I'm a masterpiece.
I swore right in that diner, with my boots still tracking gravel. If this ain't something holy, let it keep on holding me.
You were all shy shoulders, hands wrapped round that old white mug.
Eyes like you've been driving highways looking for a place to land.
I brushed your knuckles lightly, you froze like time was listening,
and smiled like you decided you were finally home again.
This is the greatest love I've ever known. From that first spilled coffee to our kids and growing old. If forever had a front porch, it would be our little home. You're my first choice, last breath, my sunrise, my stone. This is the greatest love I've ever known.
You still miss the hamper, you still hum when you can't sleep. You dance wrong in the kitchen, but you only dance with me.
The bills and broken tractors, all the days that feel too long, somehow turn to something golden when you pull me in at dawn.
You leave notes on napkins, take it slow and drive back safe. You cry at all the movies, I pretend to look away, but every tear you're hiding, every dream you're chasing down, I trade every lonely mile I drove just to keep you now.
One old ring and a crooked little vow. We were scared, we were stubborn, look at us right now. Through the storms, through the quiet, when the world felt rough and wrong, we just held on, held on, held on. is the greatest love I've ever known. You were late to that small town wedding, laughing, tripping on your dress hem. I said, guess I missed my moment. I said, maybe it just came and went. We danced out by the gravel parking lot, tailgate thrown to paper cups. Drew hearts on my rough work hands, like you'd already looked us up. This is the greatest kind of love I know. Coffee in the morning, mud on our boots, laying low. We don't need diamonds, don't need a song on the radio. Just your head on my shoulder as this wild world turns slow. Yeah, the greatest, most beautiful kind of love is the one we get to grow. You hang dresses on the bedroom doorway. I hang my hopes on your we'll see. We turn burnt toast into Sunday stories. You still slide in close to me. We got bills, we got busted water pipes. We got sorry said half right. But you reach for my hand in the middle of a fight, and somehow the dark turns light. This is the greatest kind of love I know. Coffee in the morning, mud on our boots, laying low. We don't need diamonds, don't need a song on the radio. Just your head on my shoulder as this wild world turns slow. If we lose a truck, lose a house, lose the plans we talked about, if it's just your voice in the quiet night, whispering, baby, we'll be alright. And I'll still thank the stars above for this simple, stubborn love. You were barefoot in my driveway, paint on your jeans, coffee in your right hand, laugh caught in between, sun sneaking through the curtains, dust in the air. You kissed me in the doorway like you'd always been there. If this ain't love, I don't want forever. If this ain't right, I don't want the truth. Every road I took was just to bring me last first dance, my favorite view. If this ain't love, I don't want forever. If it ain't you. We burned our first pot roast, talked till 2 a.m. You cried in that old Chevy, I swore I'd never leave again. Your dress on my chair, your note on my dash. You turned this old house to a life that could last. If this ain't love, I don't want forever. If this ain't right, I don't want the truth. Every road I took was just to bring me home to you. You're my last first dance, my favorite view. If this ain't love, I don't want forever. If it ain't you. Years from now on that front porch swing, gray in our hair, shaky hands, same ring, I'll still look at you like it's the first time. Say, darling, I picked right with the porch light in the rain. You're still mine. If this ain't love, I don't want forever. If this ain't right, I don't want the truth. You were twirling in that sundress, bare feet on the kitchen floor. July air never left. I swear I never loved you more. Old love letters in a shoebox, coffee stains and folded tears. Every page a little movie, playing back our younger years. You're my always song, my old porch swing, every first dance, every wedding ring. In the rearview years, you're still right here with me. The greatest love I've known, the only home I need. Got older on that back road, kid shoes on the windowsill. You'd fall asleep on my shoulder, radio low, the world stood still. Now it's you and me at sunrise, 2 mugs and an easy grace. All those miles they left their lines, but I still see that same soft face. If I could live this life again, I'd choose your hand. That same old grin, every heartbreak every fight. Led me back to you tonight.